DyMatch is a really interesting concept, which started off with us being on the PGA Tour. And we noticed that so many golfers, so many PGA Tour players are using different driver shafts than they were fairway wood shafts and hybrids. And it was really important to us to figure out why that is. So when we did the analysis of what tour players are using, we saw that so many tour players were actually using stiffer tip driver shafts than they were fairway wood shafts. So once they got fit to a driver shaft, they had to go to a different company, a different model, a different manufacturer to find a fairway wood shaft and hybrid shaft that worked just as well. Well, all the manufacturers on the market, including us, were designing really cool 55 and 65 gram shafts. And once they tested those out, to make fairway wood shafts, which were typically 75, 85, 95 grams, they were adding weight to the current design. Well, when you do that, you're actually adding a stiffness to the tip section and you're lowering the torque a little bit. And that's not what tour players were actually using. So we went to the design stage using robots and Canon testing and live player testing, and then using a ballistic camera to measure it, we were able to figure out how much a shaft actually twisted on impact using different driver speeds, and also how much a driver shaft deflected on impact. So then we were able to take a 3-wood shaft, make it 10 grams heavier, use a 3-wood head, and go through the same test process. The fairway wood shaft actually had to be a little bit more responsive in the tip section to create the same amount of deflection and twist, which gives the same feel. Basically designing a line of shafts where the driver, the fairway wood, and the hybrid shaft were DyMatched, and that's a verb we use here. And basically what that means is that they will feel the exact same and they will create the same flight, and that's very important to the whole DyMatch line. What we now have is a DyMatch RT, a DyMatch MT, and DyMatch ST line of shafts. RT being responsive tip, MT being a mid-tip flex, ST being a stable tip flex. So really club fitters have every option to fit almost every type of player now with the DyMatch 2.0 line.